What's going on, everybody? It's Jordan here, and I have another deck list for you guys. We're going over the Majin Buu Evil. Front, back side, he's going to be the Majin Buu Kid. If you don't know, front side, he, just like any other leader, draw one. When at 4 life, you flip this card over, draw one, and you awaken. His awaken side, he's another when attacking, draw one, just like any other leader. And his main effect, which is pretty interesting. Activate main if you have a battle card with cost of 4 and Majin and special traits. You basically just get to freeze any card that's rested. So it's pretty nice. You can get some free stalls on some of your battle cards and still have to just swing face and not have to worry about the battle cards, especially towards like the late game. So it's my favorite character in the show, like villain, other than Vegeta. But it's my favorite like villain, and it's my favorite form of Buu. So I was pretty hyped when this leader came out. So we're just gonna hop right into it, get kind of some of the obvious cards out of the way. Obviously you have your super combos. I'm just gonna run my Chiles just like any other yellow deck. There is a specific cantrip you want to use. You want to use Yamu if you're not running Babidi, which we don't run Babidi around here because that card's ass. The Yamu, it's just interesting because it pairs with the 2-cost Babidi that can make it a blocker. So we'll go over that card here in a second. But it's, if you're going to run cantrips, which obviously you kind of need 4, you run the Yamu. We're going in this order with like 1 cost, but we just got the super combo out of the way. Your next 1 cost is your reprint of the Frieza Evil Buu Pure, Majin Buu Pure Evil. Pretty obvious card. 10k stat line is pretty good. So rest any card. And your first 2 costs is the Searcher Buu. This is pretty interesting. I had it at 4 at first. I just don't think it's really an early game card. I think it's more mid-range when you're trying to find your kind of go for game or your buff Buu, your double striker, because this actually grabs your double striker. So I ran it at 2 because I don't really want to see it early game. I just want to find it potentially late game. A lot of times I don't even use it. But 1, it's got the alt art, and I pulled 2 of them, so kind of want to run it. But that's not why I'm running it. I think it's just a good 2 of, because if you just can't find your card, like your buff Buu, you have a good little searcher that can also add aggression. So if you're like on 7 and you're trying to go for game, but you just don't have that one piece, you have your leader swing to draw 1 to try to find it, and if you can't find it, you can look at 3 more cards while still being aggressive. So I think it's solid at 2. I don't think you really need to run more than 2. So yeah, your next 2 costs is kind of like the highlight of the deck. It's the 2-cost Babidi. It makes all your cards blocker at the end of the turn. It's absolutely insane. It has barrier, can't be touched. People are gonna hate me every time I play this card, but you need to see that turn 2 for almost any game. So it's obvious form. There's no question about that. Next 2 costs is kind of more so a 10k combo, but you can stall a 5 cost or less card with it. So most of the time when I play this, if there's like a rested cantrip or anything, I'll swing into that and then I'll freeze out, freeze something else to try to clear some of those like combo powers. So we don't really want to keep free combo on the board. The first 3 costs we're going is probably one of my favorite cards that came out. It's not the most useful card, but it's just the ability into black, you can like kill their trunks with it. So on play you can take a life, which is really good as a self-awakener. This card's also a self-awakener. So you take the life, you rest any card on the battlefield, doesn't matter the cost, and then when you're attacking you get to pop a 2 cost. So specifically into like 2 cost trunks for black, you can get rid of that. You can easily just get rid of that with not having to waste any resources. It's not necessarily what I want to play turn 3, but if that trunks comes down or like just something really annoying, I'm probably gonna change my game plan and play that for sure. The next card is honest to God, it seems more like just a searchable 10k. I've used it maybe once or twice. It's okay. I kind of want to find something to replace it with, but it's what I have for now. It can replace itself, so it's not like the worst, but it more so just feels like a searchable 10k, so I don't break off this card. The next card is like honestly the best card in the deck. more so than even any 4 cost for leader effect. I was running it at 3 for the store championship, but I immediately been running it at 4 now. I think I just said that at whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm running it at 4 now because it's absolutely disgusting. I think you want to see it on curve for turn 3 after you play your Bobbity. It's just too good. If you play it too late, it kind of feels just super slow. So I had a few games where I just wasn't seeing it, and I absolutely just need to see it. I might run it down to 3, but I don't know. I feel like as long as you see it early, you can just start charging a couple of them. It's not hard to charge, or you can use them for some of the discard effects to just get rid of a 0. So I mean, this deck runs a couple extra 0s than I think most decks, but your double attacker, which is coming up soon, makes you discard a card anyways, so it's fine. I'm running the Buff Boo at 2. A lot of people keep running this at 4, which I think is a little wild. I don't really have anything that I want to specifically KO on my board for any effects that benefit me, so it's really just a card to help go for game that I can play for 3 if I like. Actually earlier today, I think I saw both of these to go for game on turn 7 with like a cantrip, and you know, swinging that many times is just ridiculous. And if this sticks, which it always does, that's just another swing. So that's like 6 swings in one turn. That you can definitely kill somebody with that. But I only run it at 2 because I think it's more specifically just to go for game. Your other double attacker is more of like the mid game to, you know, freeze out cards and all that. So that one is right here actually. This is the new card, the 4 cost. It makes you discard a card to restand when attacking, so it is like susceptible to like Hell's Rock Sasha, but you know, as long as you play it smart, you know, look at your opponent's energy, as long as you're not playing yellow as well. It's a really good card. You play a couple extra 0s, so this helps you kind of get rid of those 0s. And I think it has essentially the same effect as the Buff Boo. You're losing a card, whether it's combo power from your field, your hand. It's almost better because you can get rid of a final explosion that you're just, you know, you're holding on to, you know, late game. If you're holding on to one of these late game, you don't need it anymore. You just get rid of it. And it's the 4 cost, so you can afford to, you know, clear like a 20k or something like that, and then just swing face with the rest and freeze the other body on board. So I think it's a 4. Some people are running it kind of vice versa with 4 and 2. I think they're completely wrong, but that's just me. You let me know. This card I think you could probably run 4 of, which I did run 4 of, but I swapped it out for the 4th barrier boo because I didn't want to get rid of combo power, so I did a 0 for a 0. It's the new SR. It's very, very good, but it really feels situational because a lot of decks can, like blue, this card is not the greatest because it can easily be removed. Green does have warm greening, which, like, okay, if they warm greening me, that's kind of fine, and it does force them to do it if they want to get rid of it, and I don't have to charge next turn, or I just have advantage off the next charge. So warm greeting is like kind of fine for the most part, especially if I've already have one of these and I'm just defensively set up for the rest of the game as soon as I get this done anyway. So warm greeting is totally fine, but it still feels a little bit situational. So the next card is, honestly, I kind of hated it at first. I didn't think it was that great, but it does have the 10k, so it's never a dead card in your hand. If for some reason you've stalled your opponent out long enough to get to 5 and they've gotten a 5 cost on board or something, 4 cost, or just anything that you need to get rid of, you can use it to swing at them to get them down to 4 life, and then you can play out your double attacker to get 2 more 30ks after you've awakened them, plus your leader swing, because you'd hope at that point you're awakened as well. It's actually pretty good, and you can use it to clear a cantrip with the swing, because a lot of times you are not swinging with it, but it feels a lot better when you swing with it, for sure. Clearing a cantrip, or like I said, swinging at the leader if they're not awakened yet, but most of the time they're awakened by the time you ever use one of these. Next card is the double strike boo. I don't think any of us don't know what this does. It cheats out like every card. It cheats out this. It cheats out every single card except for the 5 cost. And the Yanu. It can literally... Okay, I don't think it cheats out. It doesn't cheat out the Bobby, obviously, but it cheats out everything else out in the deck for free. So this card will always essentially be able to play out something from your hand, which is just really, really good. A lot of people saying it's a 4 of, which I think is just nuts. I think this is the 4 of because this wins you the game. This closes the game. That's all the battle cards. Now we're just gonna move on to the last couple extra cards. We have 3 energy absorptions. It just feels like it makes so much sense in this deck because you're already freezing so many cards. A lot of times you'll get to turn 5, you'll just want to play your 4 cost, freeze some, one of the cheaper cards or something, and then use this to, draw and freeze, anything 4 or higher and get that draw. I think it's an immediate 3 of. I was putting it at 2, but it kind of hurt to not see it. I think I want to see this at least once or twice a game. And realistically, if we just don't need it, it's a free charge because it is a dead card. The last 3 cards actually is Final Explosion. I was running it at 2, but there was a lot of games where if I didn't see it, I just felt like I lost immediately. So I just upped it to 3 to just kind of up that chance. I can't remember what I swapped. I think I swapped a 10k for it. I think I swapped this I had at 3, so I went from 14 to 13 10ks, which I still think in a deck like this that has the defensive power and the stall power, because you're preventing attacks as well. 13's really good, but I do have a lot of dead cards, so but that's where this card comes in help, to just get rid of those dead cards. But that's it. It's nothing fancy. I think it might change a little bit over the next couple of weeks. I don't really know how much tweaking I will do. I honestly think it's damn near perfect, but that's just my opinion. You can let me know how you feel about that, but that's just me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this guy can kind of help you guys win some games. I enjoy it a lot. This deck is really fun. I've been winning a lot with it. I'm not trying to get cocky. My homies are gonna hate me for saying that, but it is what it is. It's really fun. It's good to step away and play a new yellow deck, and damn near the whole deck is Buu, other than Yamu and my super combo. So it's pretty sweet. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.